welcome to the IDFC Capacity Building Initiative for Tracking Green Finance. Over this series of 9 e-learning videos, you'll get a deep dive into the methodologies and tools IDFC members use to enhance their green finance tracking efforts. This module focuses specifically on the agriculture, forestry, land use and fisheries sector, AFOLU and fisheries for short, presenting the methodological framework for classifying and tracking investments across mitigation, adaptation, and biodiversity dimensions. This sector plays a significant role in achieving climate and environmental objectives. The IPCC estimates that the AFOLU sector has the potential to provide 20-30% of the global mitigation required for a 1.5 degrees or 2 degrees pathway by 2050. But it is not only about reducing emissions. Climate change is already affecting this sector through droughts, floods, and extreme weather events. These changes affect food security, economic stability, and communities worldwide, particularly in developing countries. This is why we need a three-pronged approach: mitigation, adaptation, and biodiversity protection. Let's break down how we track green finance in this sector. For mitigation finance tracking, we focus on 4 key groups of mitigation activities. First, energy efficiency in agricultural operations. This might be a project that involves upgrading to energy-efficient crop storage facilities. Second, carbon sequestration. Careful management of crops, forest cover, and livestock can lead to enhanced soil carbon storage. Third, greenhouse gas emissions reduction. This can include reductions in methane emissions from livestock through measures such as improved feeding practices and manure management. And fourth, resource efficiency. Think of projects like modern storage facilities that reduce food wastage. In all cases, for a project to qualify, it must demonstrate substantial emissions reduction or improved energy efficiency. Let's have a look at tracking principles for adaptation. Type 1 activities focus on making the project itself more resilient, like fire-resistant landscaping to protect a wider agroforestry project against wildfires. Type 2 activities combine adaptation objectives with development goals. For example, a crop diversification program with dual aims of increasing the resilience and boosting market potential of local agribusinesses. Type 3 activities are those transformational projects focused primarily on adaptation, like early warning systems for extreme weather events. Biodiversity tracking is very important, as agricultural and fishing activities can significantly impact natural habitats. In agriculture, we look for projects that reduce environmental pressures, like implementing comprehensive pesticide reduction plans. For livestock, eligible activities include carefully managed grazing systems that benefit biodiversity. In forestry, we track investments in forest creation, conservation, and sustainable management. Marine and coastal projects can have a lever on ecosystem restoration and protection. Finally, in fisheries, there's a potential for sustainable management practices, like projects that minimize bycatch through selective fishing gear. Remember, many biodiversity projects also deliver climate benefits. For example, mangrove restoration both protects marine biodiversity and serves as a natural carbon sink. It's important to bear in mind that there may be trade-offs to consider. Hence, it's essential to carry out a context-specific assessment for every investment. Thank you for watching. By conducting integrated analysis of green finance, we can multiply the positive impacts on nature and the climate. For more information on sectoral guidelines for tracking climate finance, please refer to the Common Principles for Climate Mitigation and Adaptation Finance Tracking on our website, or sign up for our next workshop on the Common Principles.